Some call Nikola the Joker, and his lifestyle is just that. So here's Jokic's hilariously rich lifestyle. Nikola Jokic was born in February 1995 in Serbia. He grew up in the toughest part of Northwest Serbia, a town called Sombor, and he had to share a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 other people: his mom, pops, 2 brothers, and his grandma. His dad worked as an agricultural engineer, but someone in his family had to have some basketball expertise. And why is that? Because Nikola wasn't the only Joker who loved to hoop. His brothers got down too. Sure, neither of them got to Nikola's level, but they were pretty good in their own right. His eldest brother, Strahinja, is 12 years older than Nikola and played all around Europe, while his older brother, Nemanja, played college basketball at the University of Detroit Mercy. So all 3 loved to hoop, and 2 ended up in the US. Man, I bet his parents aren't living in a 2-bedroom with grandma now. Jokic began playing basketball with his older brothers and fell in love with the game. And this dude was extremely talented as a kid. Balling wasn't his only hobby though. He loved horses and horse racing and almost pursued a career in equestrian sports over basketball. He even bought himself a racehorse after getting into the NBA. Good thing he chose basketball though, because he is an absolute legend in the league now, winning MVP multiple times and making his first finals appearance with Denver this year in the 2023 playoffs. Although, can you imagine giant Nikola Jokic on a horse? I feel like most horses would crumble under that weight. Must have been one of them Budweiser horses. Anyways, by the time he was 17 years old, Jokic had gotten signed professionally by Mega Vezura in the Serbian ABA League, and after just 2 seasons in their youth academy, he was so impressive that he got into the 2014 NBA draft. But no one was watching by the time his name got called, as he was selected by the Denver Nuggets in the 2nd round as a 41st overall pick. Even he had fallen asleep at that point. And hold on, why was this future multiple-time MVP selected 41st in the 2nd round? What were they thinking? It was because every NBA scout called him overweight. My dude Jokic was a fat boy, and getting Jokic to cut back on his weight and focus in the gym was a primary objective of his trainers early on. Jokic himself has even said that he used to drink a 2-liter Coke every single day, but he knew when he got drafted that things had to change. He said himself that when he was on the airplane on the way to the US, then and there he decided to quit soda forever. And he doesn't even drink a 1 liter of his beloved Coke anymore. But the NBA scouts who called him overweight are probably kicking themselves now, because he's a dad bod extraordinaire. And just because he doesn't look like Hulk Hogan doesn't mean he ain't in shape. He can snap any of these movie star diet gym rats in half most days. But yeah, my dude's Coke addiction was serious. He used to down a gallon of it every day. He also loved to eat junk food, so naturally he was pretty out of shape when he got to the league compared to NBA diet and conditioning. Jokic was a EuroLeague drafting stash, so it took 1 year between when he was drafted in 2014 until the 2015-2016 season for him to make his first appearances on the team. But after losing about 40 pounds in between his draft night and playing his first game, he started to pop off. But it took my man Jokic time to develop his cardio and his overall game. But it all started with beating out Nurkic for the top center spot. By 2018, Jokic was absolutely established and would get his first All-Star and All-NBA first team selections, as well as leading the Nuggets to the Western Conference semifinals. And since then, my man has been unstoppable. We're talking back-to-back MVP awards, 4 more All-Star selections, breaking triple-double records all over the place, 50-point triple-doubles in the playoffs, and more. And now he has the Nuggets in the finals for the first time in their team history. Jokic is one of the best players in the league, and with so much skill comes so much dough. So let's get straight to the pocket watching. Let's check out his net worth. So, dad bod extraordinaire looks like he could be mowing his own lawn in Sombor in a sweaty Kirkland t-shirt and driving a Camry, right? But by 2018, my man was talking in different terms. The Nuggets gave him a contract extension worth $147 million. His annual salary in that deal was $30 million a year. But things got better for my guy, because after winning back-to-back MVPs, in 2022, Jokic got a super bag, the largest contract in NBA history. This is what you call a supermax contract, and it was worth $272 freaking million over 5 years. That's over 54 million made in a single season. Damn! Over his 8 seasons in the NBA so far, Jokic has made $150 million. But that's not even all the dough this dude makes. We gotta talk about endorsement deals. So Jokic is a literal big man, so his endorsement deals are like him, big. My man signed a multi-million-dollar shoe deal with Nike, of course, and also endorses Western Union, Converse, Panini, and a Serbian fruit drink company called Sombor has also run ads for Soccer Bet and a beer brand called Jalen. Altogether, my man earns about $750K a year from his endorsement deals. So Jokic isn't hopping on every single endorsement that falls on his doorstep, but he's still getting a nice chunk of change. And even though Jokic looks like the type of dude who'd be happy to have dinner at Chili's for a Saturday night meal, he's actually super wise with his money because he has investments. So yeah, my man Jokic invests his money so it can make more while he sleeps. For starters, he owns a number of properties in Serbia and has expressed desire to invest in the development of basketball courts and facilities in Serbia. And now that he's gotten the super bag, he's also a co-owner of his former team, Serbian basket club BC Mega Basket. Imagine buying the club you signed to when you first got your start as a youth and academy. Man, that's just amazing. That's some LaMelo Ball type stuff right there, because he bought the Illawarra Hawks that he played for in the NBL in Australia. Very similar situation. And of course, if you want to check out more about LaMelo Ball's lifestyle, click this link right here in the corner, man. And all these different streams of income bring Nikola Jokic's total net worth to a jaw-dropping $30 million. And he's not even 30 years old yet. Now I'm reconsidering all my life decisions, because damn, if you can make $30 million with a dad bod drinking a gallon of Coke a day, what's stopping me? Maybe the fact that I live in a barn. What does the Joker spend all his dough on though? We gotta know. He's got too much bread coming in from his contracts, endorsements, and investments to not be spending some cash. So let's check out his lifestyle. House. For the longest time, Jokic lived in a 3-bedroom apartment in Denver with his mother's and his girlfriend. But more recently though, he's said to have relocated to a mansion in the classy Cherry Hills village. He's still in Denver for show, but his new mansion is way classier and more expensive, costing $2.6 million. Jokic has said that he plans to return to Serbia after his playing career, and he's already got a place picked out, man. I'm talking custom countryside Serbian mansion. And you know them American millions can go way farther in Serbia. This property looks more like a resort than a private home for real. It's so massive that it connects 2 parallel streets. Jokic doesn't want people snooping around in his private business when he's at home, so he put up a large concrete fence around the property. However, we know that the main villa is shaped like the Cyrillic letter G from an aerial view, and there's another building in the compound. G, I wonder what the G stands for. He might be able to hide the numbers he spends on housing online, but what he can't hide are his cars. Yup, the big man himself loves some sleek rides. Jokic's impressive garage includes a black GMC Yukon Denali SUV, which he bought in 2017 for about 70 grand. Now this car runs on a 6.2 liter V8 engine with an impressive 420 horsepower. My guy also owns a Porsche Mansory Panamera 4S with a custom Joker license plate. He fully customized this ride with the entire body covered in black carbon fiber. The base price of this car is about $110,000, but with the customizations made, Jokic's own definitely costs at least 177 grand. Damn, that's more than all my student loans, bro. But that's just a warm-up. Jokic also owns a Lamborghini Aventador S worth about $420,000. Man, how does this 7-foot ass fit in that thing, man? And he has a Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus that could have cost him as much as $500,000. If you think Jokic loves to live a low-key lifestyle, think again. Not a Camry in sight. But he doesn't only spend money on himself though. Nah, Nikola has got a really kind heart, so he makes an effort to spend on charity. Now Jokic is a big-time partner of the Lou Bird's Light Foundation, founded in honor of a little girl named Lucia, who was born with a rare genetic condition called Palliser-Killian syndrome, or PKS. Jokic also makes regular donations to the Basketball Without Borders Foundation in his home country of Serbia. Nikola has also made a hefty donation to the Dr. Radivoj Somanovic Medical Center in Sombor, Serbia. Man, my dude really cares about giving back to his roots in Sombor. He's one hell of a baller. He's got more than enough dough. has a kind heart, and even loves horses. What's not to like about this guy? But what about his love life? Let's see what that's like. Now, like most other things about this guy, Jokic's love life is simple and private. He's married to Serbian psychologist Natalia Macic, and the two have been together since high school. They started off as best friends before they began dating all the way back in 2013. Natalia is probably the most low-key wife in the entire NBA, second only to Russell Westbrook's wife, who we know is an incredible psychologist. That's about it. She hardly uses social media, and you'll only see her courtside supporting her man. She used to play volleyball back in her high school days at Seminole State College, but now she's a practicing psychologist much like Russell Westbrook's wife. 8 years into their relationship, Jokic popped the question, and the happy couple got married in October 2020 during the lockdown in Europe, so it was really just a close family affair with not too much ritz and glitz. Jokic's wife and daughter are regular faces at Jokic's game and help to keep him grounded and motivated because a lot of ladies would like to have Joker in their arms. For example, like OnlyFans quote-unquote content creator Vianney Frias, who attended one of Jokic's games late in 2022, trying to look all sexy hoping to get his attention. To put it simply, the Joker didn't even notice her or acknowledge her existence. Man, myth, legend, and most definitely the goated dad bod extraordinaire.